She was exiled 3 million days without her laptop. What animal would do that to a person? Hi everyone, I'm so happy to have you here with me. I'm Lexi and today we're going to try out Paradise Killer. A little bit about this game. You play as the lead investigator, a fabulously dressed woman called Lady Love Dies. You are going to figure out who was the culprit in the greatest plot, insurgents in the creation of Paradise. So people have been trying over and over, cycle after cycle, to create a perfect society, a utopia. But something went wrong with the latest version of Paradise because they kept updating them and improving them. So every time when they improved them, everyone would be terminated, which means like they had to die, and then they will be resurrected in the latest version of Paradise. But something bad happened and now they cannot ascend to the next level. The update is in procedure, but something is blocking everyone from basically getting murdered and then reincarnated into the next version of Paradise. And Lady Love Dies, who is this investigator who has been sent in some sort of exile because of a mistake she did in her previous investigation. She's now been taken out of her exile and she is meant to walk around Paradise and find out who is the culprit, who is the one that infiltrated the latest development of Paradise and also murdered a really important person. One small thing I need to mention is that this game is on my top 10 list of games that have made me feel like 2024 was not a waste paper bin fire. It was not the cesspool of despair and fear that most of us felt like it was. I actually managed in between jobs to spend the whole weekend playing it, and it was one of the best memories I have of this year playing this game. It is so good. Initially, when I downloaded, I thought this is hilarious, this is a bit kitsch. What is going on with all these neon colors? What is up with this dialogue? But it is an awesome game. Please give it a try. It is the perfect game for walking, talking, and investigating in a gorgeously designed environment. I'm going to show you in a second. I am appropriately clad in my very kitschy, bright pink, Def Leopard H&M shirt. This is in no way sponsored. I just felt like matching with the colors of the game. And without further ado, I felt like this introduction was actually my longest gameplay introduction, but I felt the need to be a bit chatty because playing this game together with you guys means that I am escaping a big anti-democratic threat that is taking place in my country. I'm going to play this with you guys. I will release the video tonight, and then tomorrow I have to wake up in the morning and fight the system by voting. So I highly recommend that a lot of you, if you're Romanian and watching this, you go and vote for the parliamentary elections and then 1 week from now for the presidential elections, because we are one step away from becoming Russian territory. So please guys, let's stop that from happening, okay? All this being said, because it's such a high tense, anxiety provoking environment, I am actually going to be drinking from my witch's brew a little bit of red wine. This is my coping elixir in this period. So bottoms up, norok. And let's click play. Welcome, investigator. You will soon enter a paradise where fact and truth are not the same. Explore paradise in your own way and find your own truth. Paradise Killer has a wealth of accessibility options. Please tailor the experience to best suit your needs. So, in case you guys are struggling with certain commands, there you go. You've got options. Yes, we need to actually use the save points on the island. That's our heroine. So this is very creative and poetic, I think. The Way of the Blood Bar just presents two people randomly talking in a bar, kind of packed with gin and whiskey bottles. You never find out who these people are. I think that they are created as intermission like lively communicative intermission between two strangers, and it's giving you a point of detaching from the actual story that goes around you. That's the only way I could interpret it. But please, if you've played this game and you're a fan, comment down below and let me know, how would you interpret the Way of the Blood Bar episodes? Ha ha ha. He he he. The crime to end all crimes. This blend tastes different. The islands define the whiskey. This one definitely tastes of embers. She put the fire out. Was it a cosmic dream? No. They called on her the exile. They needed to. Can you imagine how desperate they must be to bring a person that was granted by the court to stay in exile, to bring her back? Can you imagine also how good she must be if they really needed her? Yeah. Okay, so I love the fact that we have a cursor that is a little heart as well. So, Lady Love dies. Here's her biography. Born at the longest tower, Britain, in Ada Domini 1000, under the sign of Kiss Me to the Moon. The Syndicate's lead investigator. After the Damned Harmony incident on Island 13, the Paradise Psycho unit was shut down. She was part of that. And Lady Love Dies was exiled to the Idle Lands as punishment. Okay, although please don't imagine something awful. The Idle Lands are not a barren desert. You're gonna see in a second. They look like a really high-class apartment that I wish I had.
Another day in exile.
Here's our lady. I think I'm gonna buy some merch. I really want to have a hoodie with Lady Love Dies. I like her so much, although initially when I first started the game, I was so limited in my thinking. I thought she's ridiculous. I thought this whole game is so kitsch. But then I played it and I was my viewpoint completely changed. Also, the soundtrack, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's such smooth synth-wave vibes, right? So, let's begin. Something's wrong. I can feel it. Island 24 is supposed to be ending. Why am I still here?
I have a bad feeling about this.
She's helping you with the dialogue. She's kind like that. So now we can actually have a look around. So this is the place where this woman has been spending the last 3,000 days. Marble walls, cheetah print, beautiful flowers, but limited capacity to see outside. Those gulls are gorgeous. They look like they are created from the crystal ametrine, which is a combination of amethyst and citrine. I do love her lounge chair. And here we have it. The relic obtained. Fleeting thoughts, lost treasures, the remnants of lives lived, a vignette of another, a window in time. So you just are meant to collect these photos. Initially I didn't know what they were for, but you'll see in the end because they actually help you. Wistful photo obtained. The outside of the Paradise Psycho unit before it was disbanded. The last photo that was taken of me back on Island 13. So this is Lady Love Dies, and that's the Psycho unit. And unfortunately, that all came to pass. And the reason for it, I think, is because there were corrupt politicians behind it. But you'll see, we're gonna meet a couple of them. Days since you were exiled. Look at this, it's not 3,000, it's actually 3 million. Okay. Oh, there's our friend. Would you look at that? He actually has his theme censored. Lady Love Dies.
Who are you?
The first person you've spoken to in 3 million days. Can you taste it in the air? What should we reply? Because the whole game's strength lies in your dialogue. So, should we be worried or irritated? Let's make her compassionate. The island was supposed to end. Something's wrong. You're damn right it is. While you've been exiled up here, all kinds of shit has happened down on the island. What kind of shit? The messed up kind. Real messed up. All kinds of messed up. You used to be the syndicator's investigator, right? They're talking about you down there. They need the investigation freak. Time to get back in the saddle. Get out of the Islands and get back to work. Exile is over.
Why?
Why is a demon in the Idlelands? The name's Shin Ut Jigat. You can call me Shinji. I'm here to hang. I got no horse in this race. What race? Someone's made a move against the syndicate. People are betting on the wrong horses. Espionage. What do you want, Shinji? I like a good bit of murder. It's a good time. The best time. I like his maniacal laughter. I'm just here to watch the results play out. Like the Romanian population at the moment, I swear to God, it's like where all our hearts are over here. Anyway, I don't want to mess up my beautiful pink sweatshirt with my bright red lipstick. Okay, let's continue. You got some solving to do, some investigating, some looking real hard, some good thinking. Time to weave some truth, love dies. Anyway, I gotta bounce. Go get your laptop, you're going to need it. See you on the island. I have no idea what's going on. That little runt said I need to find my laptop. He must mean Starlight. Every investigator needs an assistant. The laptop is every softcore synthwave person nostalgic for the 80s dreams. Starlight is up in the barrier that overlooks the island. So that's where we need to go. One last look at our fabulous yet enclosed apartment. Hey, wait a minute. Examine our portrait. I think I had some cat hair on my upper lip. I live with 3 cats, guys. You know, this can happen. A portrait of me painted by Lydia before I was exiled. Beautiful. She looks gorgeous. So, it's good. We're good to go. Do you see this design? I mean, come on. If this is not gorgeous, I don't know what. Look at these skulls. Look, let me show you. Look at this skull, how it is glistening. It's beautiful. It's gaudy, but beautiful. So I'm gonna try right now to do what I wasn't able to do the first time when I played the game and I was completely disoriented. And we got the dulled percolator obtained. Coffee doesn't taste the same if you're working. If you're not working. Look at this. Those are idols. Those are gods and demons. We're gonna see in a second. But now we have to pick up Starlight.
That's strange. Why?
Why? Starlight unlocked. 3 million days up here and now she's calling out to me. She was exiled 3 million days without her laptop. Narok. What animal would do that to a person? I mean, come on. Sure, lock me up, but at least give me my phone or my laptop. How am I going to be entertained while I'm doing due penance? Anyway, an investigator's best friend, Starlight. It's been a while since me and the girl did the dance of an investigation. Okay. Mega Ram enhanced. I like all the Aries references in this game, you know, Aries, the astrological sign. May the silent goat walk with you. Amen. Oh, a phone call from Judge is unexpected. The Judge is calling us. Madness has overtaken the island. That happened a long time ago. The council were murdered as the new island was born.
That's weird.
I love her tongue-in-cheek, like add-ons. Is this a prank? Leader Montserrat is dead. The council are dead. This is no joke. The killer tried to take everything from us. The syndicate is about to collapse. So basically, Lady Love dies as an investigator, and the judge as the legal entity on the island are the last two remaining bastions of justice in this whole island project. And all the people we will meet as I go through the gameplay are suspects. One of them is a crazy Romanian military leader who cusses like there's no tomorrow. That was the highlight of the whole game. You need an investigator and you're in luck. My diary is pretty empty today. Lady Love dies. I have authorized the use of Starlight. Take her and come to the island. Your exile is over. The prison doors are open. Judge, the barrier is still up.
The door to truth will open.
Starlight can dance her way through it. Fall down to us and breathe life back into paradise. And you want me to just fall to the island? The islands haven't changed. The fall won't hurt you. Step off into the abyss and drop to the island. Lydia will be waiting for you.
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
She's like an angel, you know, she falls down from heaven to do justice. We stand a queen like that, right? Look at how gorgeous is this place. But I kind of find it hard to imagine that she wasn't allowed to use this space. Also, I'm noticing another heart. Yes, if you go into the water, you will drown. I tried it. Not over here, but in the other space where there was a cruise ship. Well-read book obtained. A well-read book about an ex-gangster that decided to become a master of grilled chicken skewers. Okay, everybody's gotta have a dream, right? So bye, exile home. Let's go and drop into paradise. Jesus Christ, this is so beautiful. A nightmare computer from the depths of space that uses a language born on a long-dead world. The Syndicate never upgrades. Starlight can emulate the OS and break down the components used in the symbols, but I need to work out how they are used. I haven't seen these symbols before. It looks like a hieroglyphic-based language. I need to find a clue to know which symbols release the lock. I can brute force it with trial and error, but I'm a busy woman. Yeah, aren't we all? Starlight can see the answer. I need to work out how to make it. Some of these parts should make the symbol I need. I need to select components from the ones available and match them to the top image, completing the puzzle. So we basically need to replicate this in this quadrant. So we're gonna click on this, and then we're gonna click on that. There we go. They will progressively get more difficult. Hieroglyphics takes me back to university. I was the only one in that arcane text class.
The investigator is here.
We would have bonded over that, me and Lady Love Dice, because I also am into ancient Egyptian writing. Looks like the language is divided into different groupings of symbols for different types of objects the civilization found important. The rest of the syndicate can't decode these. They have keys coded to the specific machines they're allowed to access, so we will need to find upgrades for Starlight. The data on the nightmare computers is tamper-proof steel machines that hook into the fabric of the island. There will be more on the island that I can unlock. The judge said they need me down on the island. The people that exiled me are dead, and I need to find out the who, how, and why. Time to fall into a pit of crime. A leap of faith into the sun-drenched abyss of memory, secrets, and crimes. It's very similar to my birth in 1980s Romania. Yeah. 1987, 1988, 1989. The most horrible years of the communist regime here in Romania. And that was my initial preparatory 3 years of life. Yay! Anyway, childhood trauma aside, let's do it. Let's jump into the unknown. Look at this. Are you guys ready? Okay. Here we go.
Paradise Killer.
This is actually the official beginning of the game, and this is the gate that separates the previous version of Paradise to the current version of Paradise. We're not going to do much work here, but what we need to do is, first of all, we need to check, if you want to sprint, we need to check this, because there's another important element here, which for some reason I cannot access. Blood crystals are important because they are like money, currency, card access. I don't know what that was. Just a second, what is the computer over there? Oh, it's the nightmare computer, I think. We need the Cosmos update to use the nightmare computer. Okay, so let's just go back to talking to Lydia. Lydia is our longtime friend. She's also the driver, the person that's going to take us on this island from one place to another. And you see this important element here? This is a save point. You have to use it so that the game can be saved. It will make a very strange noise, like every time you're near it, so that you know that you can save it. This is Lydia Daybreak. Let's talk to her. Lydia, it's been too long.
I'm glad you're back, LD.
So she's your oldest friend. She's born in Moana Falls, Kenya in AD 1001. So she's 1 year younger than you, under the sign of Beautiful Spectre. The Syndicate's fairy woman responsible for transporting the Syndicate to new island sequences. After an uninteresting childhood spent in worship of Beautiful Spectre, it's a god, she enlisted in the army during her teens. Lydia became known as a Titan killer. Okay, after she successfully defended a temple complex from 3 monstrosities born from beyond the stars. She retired from the world of assassination when she met Sam Daybreak, fleeing to join the Syndicate together.
Huh?
Starlight's giving you the full 101, right?
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
I've been in exile for 3 million days. She obviously thinks I need a refresher. What did I miss?
Evil stuff, LD. Last night was a killer.
I love it when they do my work for me. The council were killed just as the next island was born. Word is a killer got into their building and took a knife to them.
How?
I'm feeling messed up, LD. This is the worst. The island needs an investigator. You shouldn't have been exiled, LD. We needed you down here. Judge told me to bring you to them. I'm glad somebody's on our side, you know. Let's just go, okay? I'm sure that you guys are also dying to just see. One thing before we go, I can ferry you around the island if you need me to, save your feet from a hike. If you need a pickup, call me on one of the phones. The phones are deactivated since it's the end of the island, so you'll need to fire them up again. I already activated this phone for you in case you need me to come back here. Alright, Fairy Woman, reporting for duty, time to write LD. That's where you will need the blood crystals to activate the telephone portal so you can call Lydia. So, just keep that in mind, because initially I was just spending them on drinks, because you can also buy drinks from vending machines. How was exile? 3 million days just flies past. Cheer up, Buttercup, you're back on the island now, back in the game. Up to me to find out the truth. Criminal to catch a criminal. An investigator to catch a criminal. I'm messing with you. Is she? I don't think you're all bad. You got deceived by a god and let him conspire to kill the entire syndicate. No biggie. We don't have any investigators except you. No offense. None taken. She's on the suspect list, starting from this conversation. I like your perfume, by the way. Underhanded compliment. Oh, thanks, LD. Fruity one, isn't it? It's a unique blend that I got made especially. It's nice. I'll have to get some on the next island. Sorry, LD. The blend is my own secret recipe. We're almost there. Go and speak to the judge. If you want to hang, I'll be on the pier. It's been so long since I performed an investigation. You getting the fire back?
I was born to investigate.
It never left. I was born to investigate. Go get him, LD. So this is where the council was supposed to sit, but the spaces are empty because they all got murdered. So the only person that we can talk to is this. This is the judge. This three-headed Hecate looking like monstrosity. Oh, my gun. When the time comes to execute justice, she will sing the song of punishment. It's like she's in a Clint Eastwood production. Minus the music, of course. Okay, so let's talk to the judge.
Hello, Judge.
Hello, Judge. How are you? This is a good day. Would you like a cup of tea? Oh, God. Birthplace forgotten, birth sign forgotten. Every society needs a form of justice and a syndicate member volunteered. They believe so deeply in impartial justice that they scrapped their ego and fused themselves to the island, becoming the judge. They would become the embodiment of justice, acting on behalf of the island. Starlight is helping you navigate through the sea of truth already. Paradise requires power and sacrifice.
The investigator is here.
Tell me about the crime. The council are dead, our leader's gone. The black ball of crime hangs over us. Leader Montserrat has been taken from us.
What the hell?
The whole council were murdered at once? Killer didn't waste any time. They gathered to birth the new island, our perfect new home, Perfect 25. At the end of their meditation, the killer struck. Arrogance put the entire council in one room. Hubris is a large gap in armor. If you're a murdered junkie, that's quite the hit. So the council all gathered together to meditate, and then that's when the killer struck.
What time?
What time? Midnight. The holy hour. The hour of weird. The hour of...
I have a bad feeling about this.
I love how esoteric the whole game is, right? Judge, I get it. All of the council were murdered last night at midnight.
Sure.
Do you have a suspect? It's a miracle. A mass murderer in custody. Henry Division, a citizen possessed by a demon. He's killed before. A decade ago, he came back. We found the knife in his hand. The council's blood in his stomach. He ate them? The oppressed rise up. Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Where's the crime scene? The council's own penthouse, the brutalist tower that reaches to the sky. Has anyone been in there? The council are protected by 4 holy seals. Only our leaders can open them. We cannot get into the crime scene. We cannot assess the slaughter. How did the killer get in? Truth waits for you in the shadows. Truth hides behind the smoke of crime. We only know the nature of the first holy seal. 2 of the finest god justice marshals, stationed as guards, as sentinels, both butchered by the monster. Demonic sigils cover the suspect's body, scourged onto him by astral demon inside of him. Those same sigils are daubed in the marshal's blood at the entrance to the council building. If no one has been on the crime scene, how do you know the council are dead? Their work is done, a new island has been born, yet they have not emerged from their chambers. The accused was found with a red slick knife and a belly full of blood of the council members. In this instant, the answer to the terrifying equation is their dreadful murder. I'm going to assume there are no eyewitnesses if it's a locked room murder. None that have come forward. Why would someone decapitate the syndicate now? Is it an interloper, a god, a desire of power? Is it naked ambition played out with a knife in a penthouse? A power play? A psycho killing for kicks? The world's a twisted place. It wouldn't surprise me. The balance has existed for millennia. Who's running the show now? I installed architect Carmelina as the acting leader. We have birthed Perfect 25, a wonderful new home of her design. She is best placed to oversee this new transition. As bizarre as this vision of crime is, there is a further anomaly. Just one. You remember KHX?
That's weird.
Our master craftsman. What about him? He is missing. We haven't had any contact with him for several days. This is doubly concerning as doubly concerning as he designed the second holy seal that protects the council. What should we do? Should we be determined but miss on some important information, or should we question?
The investigator is here.
In case you needed a reminder. Is he a potential killer? If you can track the right truth through the darkened forest of secrecy, you might be able to prove it.
Lady Love Ties.
It's been a while since we needed you. The syndicate is in danger. You're in danger. Unspoken things beyond the stars are in danger. The island will not give up its secrets easily.
Is paradise worth saving?
What is the truth? What are the facts? Are they the same? Evidence, testimony, they are yours to find, yours to take. We must find out who did this.
Crime cannot hide.
The nature of crime is perverse. Crime always wants to be found. Starlight has the blood records of the council. I have just updated Starlight with a blood sample of Henry as well. Use them to examine the murder weapon and crime scene. I need this solved so we can move on to the new island. A suspect isn't enough. I need concrete proof. I am linked to Starlight, a conduit of justice. She will track your case file. She has just unlocked her suspect module. Investigate, interrogate, find the gold evidence in the silt of the island. When you are ready, bring them to me and we'll begin the trials. The trials will determine the guilty, assemble your facts, and present a truth to me. You may not understand your truths. Bring them to trial and we will reveal the guilty together and attain clarity. We can start the trials whenever you are ready. They will be the climax of your investigation, but you determine when that climax will be. So you can basically walk around this entire game and play for as long as you want, until the moment when you feel like, okay, I should go back to the judge with all the evidence I collected. I talked to everybody, I noticed all the suspects, I collected all the items. Then I'm gonna come back to this place and I'm going to start the trials. And the trials are like the definitive conclusion of the game.
Truth waits in the shadows.
Are you ready to investigate? This island will try to hide the truth from you.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
You say it, sister.
The journey is truth and justice.
A duel across the sun-drenched streets between the investigator and the truth. Paradise Island is yours. Okay, so Starlight has been updated. We have the crime details. So Henry is at the moment placed in something called the Desolation Cell. Grand Marshal Akiko 14 was guarding him. It's very deceiving because Grand Marshal Akiko 14 has roots in Romania, although she has a pretty Japanese sounding name. But you'll see, she actually speaks portions in Romanian, so that was fun. The council are murdered. Henry is found inside of the council building by Akiko. Akiko informs witness that Henry has been found and that the first seal guards are murdered, so she's the one who saw him. Akiko confirms to witness that the holy seals are closed, she cannot secure the penthouse. Judge assumes authority over the island and locks the paradise gates. Those are the gates that we saw when we crashed into the island. Syndicate meeting is held in courtroom. Judge appoints Carmelina as acting leader. She is the original architect of the island. Judge decrees that they are bringing Lady Love Dice out of exile. A full investigation will happen before the island ends. Judge activates Starlight and waits for Lady Love Dice to make contact. And we got the blood sample. A blood sample taken from Henry Division, the prime suspect of the council murder last night. We can see... okay, for some reason I can't move my... Well, we can see over here, and if you click tab, we can see here all the details we have gathered. So these are basically our tasks. We need to go and talk to all of these people. Dr. Doom Jazz, Henry Division, KHX is missing, so we need to go to his place and figure out what happened. Crimson Acid, question about suspicions, Yuri Knight, Lydia and Sam Daybreak. And these are our potential leads. What is the second Holy Seals? I need to find out the third Holy Seal. I need to examine the 2 murdered guards. The 4th Holy Seal is a mystery. And you have here the case files, and as you gather evidence, they will continue to be updated. This is one of my favorite characters. His name is the Witness to the End. Born in the Chaos Palace in northern Iran in AD 981 under the sign of Destroyed Eden, overseer of the End of Islands. So let's exit, and let me show you a bit around, because I know this is going to be one of my longest gameplays, but look at this, guys. Look at this. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's inventive. It's looking like brutalist Soviet architecture. But hey, that's the courthouse. Most of them look like that. So let's go and talk to Shinji. A moment of your time. Let's be exasperated. What now? I understand you've got a lot on your plate. A mass murder on an island full of weirdos and all that. I feel for you. I really do.
Don't test me.
Skip to the end. You know the blood crystals? That currency you guys are so precious about? I took the liberty of acquiring some while everyone was leaving.
That's illegal.
Sounds like you stole a lot of people's money. Not people, rich people. Screw them, soulless BSers. Anyway, you'll need some currency to make it through this. Grease the wheels and all that. Point is, I've scattered the blood crystals around the island for you to find. A little game. A bit of fun. A little fun game. You need currency, right? Bribe a secret out of someone here. Bottle of whiskey there, you know.
I don't like this.
Yeah, you're going to have to collect bottle of whiskeys. I'm sorry if this is triggering for those of you who are trying to get off the bottle. But for those of you who are okay with drinking, this is actually a pretty fun collection. You and I have different definitions of fun. As you can see, she doesn't like it. Potatoes, tomatoes.
That's not right.
Catch you later. Yeah, he does this every time when you're going to see him. The maniacal laughter and the explosion at the end. So there's one blood crystal that we need to get. And because we have a blood crystal, what we can do is we can save before we go down there or go up there. Initially I went up for some reason and I actually found the ziggurat. The ziggurat is one of my favorite constructions. What should we do? First of all, let's save the game. Slot 2, why not? And second of all, you can also use the phone to unlock fast travel so that Lydia can bring you to this location with her car in case you stray off too far. Yeah, and you can also get Starlight skin so you can decorate your laptop to your heart's content. Ding! Let's go up. I want to show you guys the ziggurat because it's beautiful. So this is Montserrat. This was the leader who unfortunately got killed. And these are gods, statues of the gods of the island. That's basically the game, guys. You walk, you collect evidence, you pay attention, and you solve a murder mystery. 20th island sequence. The mountain collapses. Why? How? It was supposed to be perfect. Can you imagine the disappointment of having paradise crashing down on you? So we are now in the district Mountain Gorge. There's this gorgeous waterfall. The Aurora Borealis is on top of us. The moon is dangerously close. And we're gonna climb up. Behind the yes, I forgot to tell you about the island's ghost. Yes?
That's weird.
Where did you come from? Where does anyone come from? Who are you? One less keys.
That's strange.
New name? My old self was left behind, taken from me. I assumed a new form and a new name. I wonder if you'll discover my old self. When you look around this island, what do you see? Unknowable secrets, always on the edge of my vision, rarely allow me to focus on them. I know where one of them is. When things die, where do they go? Do you think I am dead? If I am, where would I be?
Don't test me.
The Syndicate Graveyard, this little game better lead to something. I hope so too, investigator. So we need to find where she is. She's in the Syndicate Graveyard. Cheers, because my voice is pettering out. Now, let's see. Let's continue our climb before we get interrupted again. Here we have another thing to pick up. A tower that broadcasts music to the speaker on the island. Oh, I forgot about these. This is so cool. There's a tape in here. The woman at the cocktail bar. I remember her. A lifetime ago. Was it another lifetime? I should have made a different choice. Produced by Dead Nebula Publishing. Licensed by The Syndicate. This is the perfect summer game. When I played it in August, I had no idea how lucky I was because it was just the perfect time to play it. The only problem was that I was sweating so profusely, it was hard to keep my laptop on my legs. We had an incredibly hot summer. Normally summers are really hot here in Bucharest, but Jesus Christ, this year it was taken one notch up. Okay, so we have this really beautiful path, which I deviated from because I had to take my... I just want you guys to have a look at this. Look at that. How beautiful is this? I just love the atmosphere. And it's also really nice to know that nobody will attack you. You know, you don't have to fight anyone. You can just walk around, enjoy the scenery, collect clues, and chat to people. It's perfect. It's a perfect game. So what we're doing right now is I'm walking around the ziggurat on this very Zen-like Buddhist path all the way up to the mountain. And the mountain, I have to look in corners because I may find some clues. And the mountain contains KHX's, the master crafter, his dojo. He has his atelier, his workshop there. Yes, so we have one more. That's the best thing to do with blood crystals initially. We got the symbols of medication Starlight Skin obtained. It must be nice being an incessant yak donor. Yeah, it must be nice. Sorry. So yeah, as I said initially, you may use your blood crystals for a variety of things, but try to unlock these save points and the fast travel rather than spend them on drinks. So here we are, KHX's workshop. It's super zen, right behind the ziggurat, very modest. Let's examine. Paradise Island 249th Annual Worship Day with Crimson Acid Competition. That really annoying sound you hear in the background is the fact that there are some clues here to pick up.
Got it.
This is exciting. There's an unsaid letter to Crimson. KHX is accusing her of using him to get to the secret of the Holy Seal, the second Holy Seal. Was Crimson in a relationship with KHX? Definitely. He says the key is missing and says he's going to tell Montserrat that Crimson took it. Crimson was like Taylor Swift on this island. She was like the top-notch super celebrity. Why does Crimson want the key to the second Holy Seal? So we have just been... Okay, perfect. So you see, under the file, Crimson Acid, we now have this piece of evidence, letter to Crimson. You will need these files when you will be in court at the end of the game. But for the time being, because I don't want to waste a lot of time, I just want to exit and walk you through it, guys. There's a broken necklace with an order form. It's for Akiko. She asked KHX to fix her necklace.
Ooh, the
Maybe this puts her...
investigation here.
Yeah, maybe this puts her at the scene of a crime. So you see, this was... Crimson Acid thanks you for your work. Yeah, so she's like the superstar. KHX certainly seem to have an obsession with Crimson. There's posters everywhere. Obsession! Ooh! The delicious new premium beer from Crimson Acid and Death Nebula. So they had advertisements. There's his laptop, but we can't do much with it. And this is one of the things that really makes loud noises. KHX diary. There's a lot of notes in here. A lot of scroll and technical drawings. They're interspersed with ramblings about ascending to heaven. He seemed to think he was chosen by the gods. He talks about Crimson being his queen in the astral heaven. Paranoid delusions? I don't know. What was going on with him? I mean, he had a really nice pool over here. This was kind of cute. I keep hearing that sound, which means that we still have an item that we haven't collected. And it's right over here. Look at it. On his toilet. This tuft of hair is coarse like an animal's.
What the hell?
Hang on, is this goat hair? It's the same color as Crimson's head. So he disappeared, and we have incriminating evidence. Incriminating DNA! There's no sign of a struggle or fighting, there's no blood. If something happened to KHX here, was it cleaned up? Yeah, guys, so I think I'm going to collect this bloodstone. And yeah, this is it basically. That's the golden ziggurat, which I wanted to show you, but I have no time. And this is our little modest worksman cabin. And this has been Paradise Killer. I could actually do something incredibly insane and just jump into this factory area. Should we do that? Hiya! We're in the agri fields. There we go. One fun thing is that we actually get to flood these fields. So we can get that piece that you see over there, that glistening piece over there. Let me put the heart on it. There we go. We need to make it float. It's such a fun game. It's super fun. And this is the machine that creates energy on the island. There's a communication tower. I mean, I could spend 24 hours playing this game. It's super engrossing, it's super fun. It's one of the best games of 2024 for me, even though it was actually released in 2020, I think. So it took me a while to get to know it, but I'm so happy I did and that I played it. I highly recommend it to you guys as well. Thank you for watching this really long gameplay. Let me know if you like long gameplays, if you want me to make them shorter or longer, and if you enjoy this game or not. I welcome all opinions, and I'll see you in my next gameplay.